Hi, James Birchall here, and today I want to talk to you about Scrivener Simplified, how to create your ebook in about 60 minutes or less. Now, you can't really visit a website about, shall we say, digital marketing or e-product or e-course or e-training in any way, specifically ebooks, without running into people raving about Scrivener. It is arguably one of the most popular pieces of writer software available today. But there's a problem. It freaks people out when they tend to open it and see it the first time. It overwhelms people. Almost as many websites that you find people raving about Scrivener and how wonderful it is, you will find people saying, "Oh my gosh, this thing was amazing. I downloaded it. It's a perfect price point. Then I opened it up and I was overwhelmed. I don't get it. It's too much. Blah blah blah." These are all valid comments. And there's a reason for this, and in this video I'm going to tell you why most people are overwhelmed when they actually use Scrivener. First of all, let's be clear, Scrivener is awesome. I use it, and it's because of Scrivener that I was able to, in very quick succession, produce anyway, a goodly number of ebooks, 3 of which went to bestseller, and I'm including some of that material in this course. But that's not really what I want to talk to you about. I do want to talk to you about this. Here's the reason why most people are overwhelmed. They do not understand the paradigm shift that is necessary when you're looking at this piece of software. This little guy here, Scrivener. What you got to understand is, first and foremost, Scrivener was written by a couple of Brits. From what I can tell, a couple of guys in the UK. But most importantly, it was written by a programmer. Now, I have a background in systems and software development, more than 25 years actually. So when I first opened Scrivener, I actually thought, whoa, I'm home. This is a familiar interface. It's known as an IDE. Basically, what that means is it's a sort of a development environment. I can't remember what the I stands for now, but never mind. Point being is, if you're a programmer, Scrivener is going to be very commonplace to you. In fact, there's a lot of things about Scrivener that are very familiar to programmers, including the concept of something called compiling. I'll talk about that in a sec. But it goes like this. Scrivener was designed to allow you to do something that most writers... Now, if you're a writer like I am, you probably don't write in a linear fashion. Or I should say, you probably don't think in a linear fashion. I know I don't. When I'm working on a project, my brain bounces around like a ping pong ball in a tin. One minute I'm thinking about section A, then I'm thinking about section B. Sometimes I'll be sleeping and I'll wake up and I'm thinking about section Z, and all manner of things. Modern day software, modern day word processing software is designed almost forcing you to think in linear terms. You have to write in sequences. Now, Microsoft Word, in fairness, and I love Microsoft Word, although these days I'm on Mac, but I still use it a bit on my Mac. Microsoft Word has the ability to create sections and move things around, and that's not too bad. But again, it wasn't built really for that process, so you have to sort of shoehorn it in. Scrivener was built for this from the ground up. The idea was that it was to help you capture content in whatever fashion you wanted to write it, and then very easily structure it, literally by dragging stuff around in a very natural fashion. And because we writer types create information in a very personal way, this entire platform was created to be very, very flexible. Now, with a great deal of power, comes a great deal of responsibility, and that same thing happens in Scrivener. But what makes Scrivener really cool, at least from my perspective, and almost a bit much for a lot of people, is that once you've, quote, created or captured all your content, you're then able to take that content and compile it. Now, this is a term that's a bit unusual for most people, but if you're a programmer, it makes a lot of sense. Scrivener allows you to build your masterpiece, a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, piece by piece, in any order, in any sequence, in any way you want. And then when you're done, you choose to compile. Now, compile says, create me the finished version. Now, if you were a programmer, you'd understand that what that means is you can change all the settings and decide what the output's going to be. Now, this is where it gets cool. And if you're in this course, you're going to know, because you can sort of hop down further and you're going to be able to see these lectures. But you can just say, I've captured all my book, or I've captured all my, my content. I want to create a Kindle book. And you can go into the compile settings, flip a few switches, check a few boxes, hit the button that says compile, and in about a minute, you've got your ebook sitting on your desktop, which you can then go and upload to Amazon. Don't want a Kindle ebook? Change the compile settings and flip a few switches and it spits out a .mobi, a Mobi file, which also is Kindle. You can also flip a few other switches and it spits out EPUB, PDF, and if you really are, shall we say, a traditionalist and you wanted to create a manuscript, you can set it to sort of spit out manuscripts or even fully formatted documents for use on CreateSpace if you wanted to print a book. And finally, let's just say that you wanted to take your masterpiece after you've put it all together and you can spit it out in other formats and upload it back into Word if you wanted to, or even into other applications, say for script writing if that was your thing. Anyway, bottom line, this is a powerful application and that's one of the reasons why it freaks a lot of people out and overwhelms them. But with this course, I'm going to show you that you don't need to know about 90% of Scrivener, and that if you follow along with me, I will show you that you can ignore most of it. I will show you how to capture your content. I will show you what settings you need to set up. I will show you some of the basics to get you where you need to be. So, if the whole purpose of your intent today is to take all that wonderful content you've got and generate your manuscript and spit out an ebook with a nice cover and a hyperlinked table of contents and really cool, fully formatted, perfect for Amazon upload, you're in luck. If it's to create any other format and structure, you're also in luck. And that's what I'm actually going to teach you. So what I want you to do is carry on through the course. If you haven't enrolled already, go ahead and enroll. Remember, it's guaranteed. You've got 30 days to try it out. You've got lifetime access to all the material, and this is a living course. And I will be adding more information as time permits. But for now, my promise to you is this: take the course, add your content, and I guarantee that in about an hour or less, is all you need to know. You'll end up with your product created, your ebook done. Okay? Enjoy.